what's up guys, Todd here at Well Guitar. In today's lesson we are checking out Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Very cool song, pretty straightforward, like there's only a few chords in the whole thing. We have a couple of different sections. We have like the intro and the verse, which is the same chords. We have our pre-chorus, which we can have a couple of different options through this section. And the chorus, which is exactly the same as the intro and verse, and a little break section, and that's it. And the chords that we're looking at are essentially F, G, and an A minor chord in there, and that's it. But I am going to show you a few different versions and a few different options to play through that. If you stick around at the end, we'll talk about the key of the song, which is kind of hard to tell because it's really just going from this F to the G sort of sound. So, and they're both kind of major chords, so it could be A minor, it could be C. It's kind of up in the air, but they call it, I think it's called a shuttle kind of progression, where it's just alternating between two chords, and there's not really a key center. However, there is scales that we can use to solo over this whole thing, which we'll check out at the end. So we're going to zoom in right now, and I am going to take you through each section of the song and the chords involved. Here we go. Okay guys, let's start off by looking at the chords in the intro and the verse, and we use these same two chords for the chorus. I'm going to start off with the easy version for you to play, and that would be an F major 7, okay? So this is how I would actually play the song. We're going to have our third finger on the 3rd fret on the 4th string, second finger on the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then first finger, 1st fret on the 2nd string, and then an open E string. So that is an F major 7. Now to play the next chord, the G, it's basically a G major 6, you can just slide this shape up 2 frets. And then the whole song actually just alternates between these two kind of chords. Now, if you want to thicken this F chord up, you can play it. You can lift that 3rd finger up a string and add the pinky back to where your 3rd finger was. That way, you are playing like the F major 7 with the C note in the bass with that 3rd finger, and you can just slide that shape up. Or you can play it, I don't like playing it like this personally, but some people do. You can bring your thumb over the top and play the F bass note with your thumb. It's very hard. And you can actually do that taking it up. Or you could once again play it as a C major bar chord. So that would be our first finger completely barred on the 1st fret, second finger, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd finger, 3rd fret on the 5th string, and then little finger below that, also fret 3 on the 4th string. Obviously that's your F major bar chord, and you can take that up to a G major bar chord by sliding it up 2 frets, or you can play it as a G open chord, okay? I think it sounds better and nicer just playing it as the F major 7 like this, the first one we looked at. When I play this chord, I have my thumb over the top, not pressing down on the fret, but muting that top string so you don't hear it. I also am muting the A string, the 5th string, with my 3rd finger tip lightly touching that string. So that means with my pick, if I hit all the strings, these two are muted and they're not going to ring out, you aren't going to hear them. Now the hard part with this F major 7 is just keeping that 1st finger on its tip, because otherwise, if you don't keep it on its tip and it's too flat, it's going to mute that 1st string. So keep it right up on its tip. Okay, so the strumming pattern for this chord, for the whole song in fact, is a simple down, down, up, up, down, up. That's the one that I would use, okay? So it goes down, down, up, down, up. Slide this shape up 2 frets. Okay, now with this G chord, this is, as I mentioned, a G major 6. We have our G triad there. And then with the open E, the E is the 6th of G, G, A, B, C, D, E. That's what makes it a major 6 chord, okay? Anyway, let's have a look at the intro. We're just going to go from the F major 7, down, down, up, down to the G 6. We'll do that 4 times. And we keep going for the verse. Times for this verse. This is the 8th time. Okay, then we go into the pre-chorus, all right? Now here you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing 3 times, but it might sound nicer to change it up, okay? So what we're gonna do here, there are little notes that ring out in this pre-chorus, and that would be the E, the F, and then the G, okay? But we're still changing from an F to a G. So what we're gonna do here is play the F major 7 again. For the G, an option here, you can play a normal G chord. But what I would do here is I would go F major 7 to a G7. Okay, G7 is 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, thicker string, 2nd finger, 5th string on the 2nd fret, and then our 1st finger on the 1st fret on the 1st string with all the open strings in the middle. That's a G7. So, and then after that one, we're going to an F major 9. So we go back to the F major 7 and play it as you normally would. You are going to be adding the little finger to the 3rd fret on the bottom string, which is a G, which is the 9th or the 2nd in the key of F, which makes that an F major 9 chord. So have a listen to how this one sounds now. F major 7 to a G7 to an F major 9, back to a G7. And we do this chord progression 3 times. F major 7 to a G7, F major 9, back to a G7, one more time. So we do that one more time, but the vocal part in here is that is the exact same as the verse, 8 times through. While we're just on that pre-chorus, I've got a little recording backing track here. There are some notes that you can hear through that section. Okay, and I'm going to play them for you. If you're playing with another person, you can play this section. Let me just play it for you first. So it goes. Playing there is 2nd finger on the 3rd fret on the 4th string, 1st finger, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, little finger on the E on the 2nd string on the 5th fret, or you can play the open E string. But because we're sticking to these 3 strings, I'd probably suggest getting that little finger up. So I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4, then I'm going to slide this 2nd finger up to the 5th fret. 1st finger will be on the 4th fret on the 3rd string, and then we can just put our 3rd finger down on the 6th fret on the 2nd string. Okay, next one is 2nd finger is going up 2 frets to fret 7. 1st finger has a bit of a stretch back here to 5. This is pretty hard to get this stretch going on. You put your little finger on 8 there. And then we're going back to the 2nd one we played. And it just repeats through that part. So that is... That's just a little extra part if you want to play with someone else through that section. Okay, so the chorus, same as the intro, we're going to go straight into it. So we've just come out of that. 8 times through, so another 4. Section. Alright, this is the only part of the song that differs. Now we're going to an A minor chord here. It goes A minor, so A minor, looks like that, and then we're going to go to a G, then another bar of G, then we're going back to F major 7, and we do this chord progression twice. So there's no lyrics through here, there is some sort of extra electric guitar and swells and stuff going on. So this break section goes again on G, F major 7, A minor again, to the G, stay on G, to the F, back into verse 2. to our pre-chorus. To a G7, to the F major 9, back to G7, F major 7, G7, F major 9, G7, we'll do it 3 times. G7, F major 9, G7, okay, after this back to the chorus. Alright, so from here on out, it's just the same progression. There's a double chorus here, so we're just going to play the F major 7 to the G6, and we actually do that 8 times for a chorus, and then we do it again on the second chorus. However, on the second chorus, you're going to do it 10 times because they double up the lyrics on the way out. So that would be time. So this is an extra 9th time and then the 10th time. And then we just ring out on that F major 7, and that is the whole song. Cool. We're going to talk really quickly now about what we can play improvising. So this song, as I said, is kind of not in any certain key. We're just alternating for the main part between an F and a G. But because of that, we can kind of somewhat assume it could be C major or A minor, which are, are relative to each other. So we're going to look at an A natural minor scale, which would also be a C major scale. So the A natural minor scale, first finger on the 5th fret. We're going to go 1st finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger. So 5th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret. Same on the A string. On the next string, we're going to go 1st finger on 5. We're going to put our little finger on 7. Because on the string number 3 we're going to take our 1st finger back to fret 4, and we're going to go 1st finger on 4, 2nd finger on 5, little finger on 7. We then take our 1st finger forward to fret 5 on the 2nd string, and we're going to go 1st finger, 2nd finger, 4th finger on 8, and then finishing up on the A here. Let me play that scale again for you. It looks like this. Okay, so that obviously sounds like an A minor, but look what happens when we play that with our little finger starting on the 3rd note of that scale, which is the C. It's now going to sound like C major scale, and it is C major scale. We can finish it off like this. You can also play it in up here. And then obviously you can play through all of the 5 shapes of the scale. But we're not here for that, we're just going to look at this one scale shape here over the progression. So here's the progression. Just put a little bit more volume on that. Okay, let's just play through the scale. It sounds great. You could also play pentatonic minor and add the blues notes in. See? You have a bit of fun with that. So this would be useful information if you're playing in a duo and perhaps you wanted to extend a section out and have a bit of fun improvising. If you have a loop pedal, you can just put those 2 chord shapes on and have a bit of fun playing over the top of that, creating your own melodies using that scale there. So have fun with that. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please, if you like the lesson, subscribe to the channel. We've got heaps more stuff coming up. If you'd like some more info, you can head over to whaleguitar.com. We have courses and stuff over there. Keep jamming out and get amped, and we'll catch you in the next video. Enjoy.